Phil Hendrie Show, #1 in afternoon drive in Los Angeles, #1 25 to 54. Let me be specific now. The #1 show between 4 and 7 in afternoons in Los Angeles in the much vaunted The Money Demo, baby. 2554. #1 again in afternoon drive in LA, and of course across the country. We're creeping up on the competition as well, but we dominate yet again. Thank you, LA, and the rest of our network stations for being a part of the surprisingly fast success story of the Phil Hendrie Show. Our number is 1-800-449-8686, and we have with us here Dr.Jim Sadler, who is a a dentist in Reseda. Now, this story is an interesting one. It came over the news wires yesterday afternoon. Dr. Sadler is accusing the Alliance of Small Business Concepts, which is a small business organization that gives out an annual award of a kind of reverse racism. And this has to do with a business award that they give out once a year for the best small business idea. Let's bring in Dr. Sadler from talking to us this afternoon from Reseda. And Dr. Sadler, first of all, thanks for joining our program.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate the opportunity to air my side.
And your side is what? That you were cheated out of this grant?
Yes. The Alliance of Small Business Concepts gives a annual award to the best business idea. And we had an idea which was revolutionary, and which not only was a great business idea in terms of how much money we would save people, but a great idea for people looking to expand and incorporate their health coverage. We have a lot of people who are...
All right, can I interrupt you?
Certainly, Phil.
All right. What's the reverse racism thing you're accusing?
The reverse racism thing is that the winner of the award was a Donald Barlow, who's a black guy. And I'm not a racist, and I'm not a bigot, and I don't believe in that. But this man had an idea that I think was not anywhere near as good as ours, and yet they gave him the victory because they needed to pump up small business and minority-owned businesses. And
well, before we ask you what your idea was, what was his?
Well, he had an idea for a spiral escalator which would save space. So he said it was not that great.
A spiral escalator that they would use in businesses?
Use in businesses or something, yeah. And they gave him the $50,000 grant. My idea, on the other hand, was one that would save people money. And incorporate many different forms of health care.
All right, you're a dentist. You practice in Reseda. Tell us about your practice and tell us about your idea, okay?
And
in other words, what I'm saying is, give us the idea as it's what is your business idea, okay?
Right. Well, I'm a dentist. We do my practice. We provide most dental care procedures, exams, cleanings, some orthodontics, some root canals and fillings. We have, from a family practice standpoint, obviously we have many men, women, and children who are patients. And I have been here in Reseda, Phil, for the last 20 years. Across the hall from my office is a women's clinic, and they provide breast exams and gynecological exams. And
now, the winning idea of this business idea was a spiral escalator.
That's correct.
All right, and what was yours?
Our idea was to combine our services into one. As I was saying, the women's clinic across the hall is getting quite a bit of business, and I felt we could combine services. My idea, which could save families up to $2,000 a year, is very unorthodox. But hear me out. Women who are scheduled for an extraction or oral surgery or any kind of a more profound dental exam could also receive a breast exam and a gynecological exam from our office. So that
while she is in the chair having a tooth pulled, for example,
she could also be getting a gynecological exam or a breast exam. That's correct. And this, Phil,
It is unorthodox.
Yeah, it is unorthodox, but it would save women thousands of dollars.
Now, are you doing the oral exam, and who is doing the breast exam?
I would do all of it. I am.
But you're not a gynecologist.
You know, that's a good point, Phil, but I have my DDS. I took basic medical courses. It's really not as complicated as you think. And in the interest of medicine, I think that it would be I can examine.
Well, wait a minute. Are you a qualified to give this exam?
As I was saying, Phil, I can examine all parts of their bodies. It's much easier on the woman because they are relaxed from the anesthetic. And what do you think happens? The black guy wins. So for me, that was an upsetting thing.
All right, Dr. Sadler, we're talking with Dr. Jim Sadler. Our number is 1-800-449-8686. He lost a small business award. This is the Small Business Idea of the Year that is given out by this organization to a man, a black, what is he, an engineer?
Some kind of an engineer, yeah.
Okay, this guy developed a spiral escalator, which they gave him the award. He's a black guy, you're a white guy. You think it's reverse racism?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, your idea is you're a dentist, and you would combine being a dentist, and you would also give women breast exams and gynecological exams.
All in one visit. Yeah. And it's a way that you can cut down on the cost of your health care. Because the women are having a root canal, or because they might be having a general wisdom tooth, for instance, Phil, necessitates sometimes some form of general anesthesiology or a general anesthetic. You could have the wisdom tooth out. We could also be giving you a gynecological exam.
You see, here's the thing. I know you think it's reverse racism that they gave the award to a black guy, but your idea sounds... Not only is it unorthodox, but you're not qualified. I don't want to say you're not qualified.
I'm a doctor, Phil. A dentist is a doctor. Okay?
Yeah, but this is, you know how to look at people's mouths.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about being a gynecologist and being a dentist. They are very similar. First of all, as a dentist, you're looking into an opening. As a gynecologist, you're also looking into an opening. You are putting your hands and your fingers in there. You're also doing it the other way. You are...
well, what about the breast exam?
The breast exam is you're just feeling the breast to make sure she doesn't have a lump or something, is what I've read. So,
well, that's what I'm talking about. Isn't it more to give a woman a breast exam and any other kind of female-oriented medical service?
Both of them are openings. They both have lips. There's not a big...
Are you making a joke?
No, sir. What I'm trying to say is that...
Because it sounds to me like your idea is perhaps not a great one. You got this guy...
Well, Phil, it's not a great idea. So you're saying that saving millions of dollars every year in health care is not a great idea?
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying this guy who beat you has a spiral escalator. I've never heard of a spiral escalator. I don't even know how you would make a spiral escalator.
Well, that's just my point. It's probably impossible. But because he's some black guy, they gave him the award.
Why? Because they want to increase minority-owned small businesses?
Whatever the reason. But our idea was so much better to have this. I felt cheated. And as a doctor, when I look at people and I'm trying to improve their health care, I feel so cheated that this is not being taken seriously.
All right, Dr. Jim Sadler with us, 1-800-449-8686. He's a dentist who also was proposing a new idea to help cut back on health care costs, giving women breast exams and gynecological exams as well as, cleaning their teeth? Or
Well, I wasn't... You could. In other words, what I was thinking more was oral surgery where they're knocked out. Okay.
So they have to be knocked out?
No, they don't have to be. I'm saying that if that would be less traumatic for them. But I'm saying that, yes, you could have your teeth cleaned, you could be having your teeth straightened, and at the same time we're giving you a breast exam.
And this is all administered by you?
Yes, I'm a doctor. I don't know what you want me to do.
Well, I don't know.
Well, that's just it. You don't know. I do. I'm a doctor. This is so I would...
Is there a nurse present?
And what's that supposed to mean? Is there a nurse?
Is there a nurse present?
So in other words, I see where you're going, and I think I know where they went at the Small Business Alliance concepts. They think I would take advantage of women. I can assure you I would not.
All right. Is there a nurse present?
sometimes, Mr. Hendrie, sometimes my hygienists and my office assistants have to be somewhere else. I can assure you I would never do anything to harm these women. That's my solemn promise.
All right, so you're giving breast exams and pap smears, and you're cleaning their teeth all at the same time.
Right. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful idea. But they gave it to this black guy because you know how that is.
All right, the name of the company that you were not the company, the organization's the Alliance of Small Business Concepts. They give out this award. It's a $50,000 award. You don't need $50,000.
No, I don't. But the prestige of winning this award is one in which I think we all can share as an industry.
All right, 1-800-449-8686, Phil Hendrie Show.
Really great, too.
1-800-449-8686, what is?
The other concepts that we had.
Dr. Jim Sadler's with us, by the way, the Phil Hendrie Show here, 1-800-449-8686. And Dr. Sadler is combining health services under one roof in order to create what he calls a new concept in healthcare. He is a dentist. He is also offering women gynecological exams and breast exams. And at the same time, Dr. Sadler, you lost out on a Small Business Great Idea Award, didn't you?
I did, Phil.
All right, and you're accusing the company of racism.
Yes, because they gave the award to this black guy who made a spiral escalator. And
is it possible that they didn't give you the idea award because they found your ideas strange?
You know something? That's the thing. Every great idea is a strange idea, but every great idea is also a great idea. One of the things that we wanted to do, and we still feel it is sound, it is, I think, medically hygienic, is that the women could also come in and avail themselves of abortions and those kinds of invasive procedures, as well as have their teeth cleaned. Any dental procedure that...
Now, hold on for me. You're talking about having an abortion.
That is correct. Any dental procedure that requires the patient to be completely under would be given a breast and gynecological exam for free, which also saves money. So
wait a minute. I want to get this clear. You're going to give a woman an abortion while you're cleaning her teeth.
That is such as and combining those procedures, yes. The other thing is because they target abortion doctors, a lot of these pro-life people.
Yes, sir.
They wouldn't think to shoot a dentist. See what I'm saying? So in other words, a woman could come into our office, have an abortion, have a dental procedure done, and these guys that shoot abortion doctors, they'd be looking around at a women's clinic. They wouldn't think to blow a dentist away. So that's something else that I think is fundamentally sound in our concept.
Okay, Dr. Jim Sadler from he has a dental practice in Reseda. Our number 1-800-449-8686. He not only will clean your teeth and not only give you a breast exam and a gynecological exam, you can have an abortion while you're getting your teeth straightened, I guess. Is that it?
Well, man, we don't straighten teeth at all.
All right, while you're installing braces.
That's correct, yes.
Okay.
You don't think the idea is a good idea, Phil, because it's unorthodox. But believe me, the best ideas are unorthodox ideas.
All right, but I don't think there was racism involved in you not getting the award. Schenectady on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
He's sick, and he's just jealous that he lost.
You know something?
And he's an idiot, and any woman that
you know
goes
something?
to him for I don't
you
care.
know how much medical services cost.
If you're making it up.
All right, I don't want people talking over each other. I don't want people talking over each other. I don't want. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want anybody talking over each other. I want people to have a dialogue here. Okay? Can you hear each other here?
I can hear every word coming out of his stupid mouth.
Okay.
Well, then we don't want you to, ma'am. Then we're not interested in hearing your call. Thanks. Here is 1-800-449-8686. Hampton on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello. Yes, sir. Another bad car phone? Okay, thanks a lot. Getting back to what you were saying about abortions, Dr. Sadler, abortions are something that are regulated medically by a medical board, correct?
Absolutely. And I'm a dentist. See, first of all, to get the abortion equipment is not that expensive. You can go down and buy it at any medical supply place. A woman who wants an abortion or is looking to have an abortion certainly can avail herself of any coat hanger. I'm trying to make this a medically sound and safe procedure. And so while she's in the office, she can be assured of that. And
she can be assured of the fact that you're giving her a medically safe, sound abortion or teeth cleaning or what?
Both. Both of those things would be medically sound. And both of those things would be affordable because we are freeing up the cost of the women's service and only charging for the dental service. And
so how do you make money that way?
Because we increase our volume. Some of the equipment and suction devices we already have can be used for abortions. So that,
such as what? I mean, you talking about the thing they put in your mouth to get the saliva out?
That is correct, Phil. You can use that for abortion, so there's no increase in the cost of equipment, and there is...
I'm finding it difficult to understand why you'd think there was anything other than distaste for your idea involved in you not winning.
Because you don't understand the medical business and the cost associated with it for most people.
Yeah, but you can't take the tube that you suck saliva out of somebody's mouth with and give a woman an abortion with that, can you?
You want to try me? I mean...
what do you mean, do I want to try you?
You want to check it? You're welcome to come to our office. I can increase the suction on that thing probably about 50%. And I'll tell you, whatever it is, it'll take an eyeball out of your head.
Here is Provo on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm an RN. I've been an RN for about 16 years. And
yes.
I work for family practice residency. And I certainly wouldn't want an unqualified person doing my exams on my body parts.
All it takes is a few attachments, and we
no,
can utilize a lot
takes,
of things.
Sir.
It'll suck an apple right out of a sock.
Well, excuse me, but do you think that my OB could do my dental work?
No, but I don't think that what an OB is required to do for a breast exam is anywhere near as difficult as what I have to do for pulling a tooth and extraction. It's easy. A breast exam's easy.
No. You don't understand.
All you got to do
They're trained as to what to look for and how to feel it.
A lump. You're looking for a lump, right? How tough is that?
Yes, but do you know what kinds of lumps, and do you know how big they are?
Well, let me put it this way. Any lump in a breast, I'd say, whoa, we got a problem.
All right, let's say you're cleaning a woman's... when are you doing this?
You can do it at the same time. That's why I'm saying that...
So wait a minute. Are you cleaning the teeth and giving the breast exam at the same time?
Yes.
I would feel like I'd been raped if you'd done that to me.
How would you feel like you're being raped? You're having your teeth cleaned and your breast felt.
By an unqualified person.
What if I was qualified?
Yeah, if you go back to school
you willing
and become
to do
a medical doctor, then you're qualified.
Then you wouldn't mind having your teeth cleaned and having me feel your breast?
If that same doctor also was a dentist.
Okay, there you go.
No,
then
you don't
it's not such a bad idea, is it, Phil?
No, wait a minute, ma'am. Are you saying that if he was a dentist and a OBGYN, you'd let him clean your teeth and give you a breast exam at the same time?
No, I would not. I wouldn't want it done in the same chair.
Well, that's what you were saying.
Also,
I'm sorry, you misunderstood me. I wouldn't want the same person doing either procedure, and especially
even if they were
at the same time.
I can get the training through the mail, and we can have that done within 8 to 10 months. And
what do you mean through the mail?
I can get the appropriate degrees.
Well, that doesn't make you...
So don't worry about it, all right?
It certainly doesn't make you qualified.
Well,
I work
think
with
it
doctors
does.
too.
If I'm an OBGYN, I'm qualified to feel a breast or whatever else that needs to be done.
All right, saving money is a great thing, but also people have to have confidence in the doctor. Here is San Diego on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Hi, I would just like to say that you are a jerk, and any woman that would want their dentist touching them...
How am I a jerk?
You're not a gynecologist.
No, but
You're pretending to be.
I'm saying I could save you money by giving you a gynecological...
I wouldn't want you touching me.
Well, what does it take? All it takes is a rubber glove and a finger.
Oh, God. I mean, who in their right mind?
Wait a second, Phil. Are these women for real? Are you setting up these calls?
Wait a minute, ma'am. Can you hold on, please?
Yeah.
It's the Phil Hendrie Show. Setting up the calls. 1-800-449-8686, Phil Hendrie Show. Phil Hendrie Show at 1-800-449-8686 with Dr. Jim Sadler from Reseda, California. He's a dentist who has proposed a radical and revolutionary means of health care for women. He's a dentist who will provide dental care and perform OBGYN procedures, abortions, pap smears, and breast exams on women that come into his office. And the question, and we have a lady hanging on in San Diego, and are you there, ma'am? San Diego?
Yeah.
Okay. And the question that was also asked Dr. Sadler is that is there a nurse present in the room with you while you're doing these invasive procedures?
Phil, not always, but I promise that I'm not going to do anything bad.
Well, how can we trust you if you're not, like, okay, say you get your mail order certificate.
Right.
Okay, you get that. Then.
May I ask how old you are?
I'm 25.
You sound very young. You sound very youthful.
Okay.
Very.
Thank you, I guess.
Have you ever heard that said, that you sound very youthful, very.
Yes.
Very full?
Oh,
I don't know. Well, I don't want to say anything.
Don't please make...
No, I'm complimenting the young lady, Mr. Hendrie, and I resent any inference that I'm doing anything more. I promise, if you came to my office, ma'am, and you got up into our chair, they're very comfortable. We have fur-lined stirrups, which no other doctor has.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes, ma'am.
If you were to get your mail order certificate, then you still don't know what it's like. I mean, you're practicing on paper.
No, I would get a mail order certificate as a gynecologist. You would come in. You'd spread your legs, and also I would, clean your teeth. Then if the nurse had to leave, I promise I won't do anything bad.
Well, how can we... No, if you got your mail order certificate, you're still not really qualified because have you had any practice?
Well, I can tell you this, and I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but I've practiced in my dreams a lot. But to answer...
Oh, come on.
That's sick.
No.
Come on. What does that mean?
No, hold on for a minute. What I'm saying is practice, ma'am, all it is a rubber glove and a finger, okay? What's the practice?
What are you talking about? What's the practice?
I'm a doctor, Mr. Hendrie.
You are a dentist.
I went to dental school, yeah.
Yeah, you did not study to be a gynecologist,
Well, wait a minute. What's the difference between putting your finger in someone's mouth and putting... You see what I'm saying? It's all just a rubber glove in an opening.
No, that is not all it is.
Well, I disagree. And I'm trying to save you money. And if you're too, forgive me, but if you're too dense to see that...
Well, you know what you're too dense to see is that women don't want to... What do you mean you have fur-lined stirrups?
I swear to God.
That's sick.
What's sick about that? What's sick about that?
Just think about this.
All you have to remember is which hole the KY jelly goes. Is that right? Or am I kidding you? I mean...
You're going to have to clean your act up.
Oh, come on. You know what I'm saying.
You're being sick.
How am I being sick?
You're insulting me.
How am I insulting you, ma'am?
You're insulting me, too, and you're insulting my listeners. Which hole the KY jelly goes.
Well, what is that supposed to mean? All I'm saying is, how much money do you spend on a doctor for your gynecological cares? Eliminate that, and only
and
for...
And then have an unprofessional person touching you while he's doing your teeth and giving you a breast exam? I think not.
One of the things we can do is we can let you do it yourself. You could examine yourself, but we do have to film it because we want to make sure you're doing it properly. Well, what we do...
What is that?
Film it?
What is that?
You probably take that home.
No, I beg your pardon. Yes, I have to take it home to store it in my files, but we give you a rubber glove. You can check yourself out, and then we film it and take it back to the office for legal reasons only.
You know something, man? There's something wrong with this.
Yeah, the thing that's wrong with it's revolutionary, and I didn't win the award, and I'm really upset about it.
What's wrong with this?
God, you sound juicy. Excuse me for saying that. But
okay, thank you very much, ma'am. You're going to have to watch that, okay?
I'm sorry.
I don't know what you're going for here, or...
I came on because your producer called me, Mr. Hendrie. But you tell me she didn't sound good?
She sounded like she was 15, if you want my honest opinion.
Yeah, she says she's 25, too, and we're supposed to believe that. But when a woman says no, she means no. But she says she's 18, it's our call. Can you believe that crap? I don't believe it.
Say that again?
When a woman...
Never mind. Here is Santa Clarita on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
I believe this guy did not win this award because his idea sucks.
Well, okay, you want to spend more money.
you know, you're trying to play this race card, but yet I have not heard you say anything about putting a guy in your chair and doing a hernia check or a colonoscopy or anything like that. Those things just as invasive as a gynecological exam or breast examination.
No, but they take far more medical
Oh,
know-how.
that's it.
That's right. There you go. They take far more medical know-how. It's tougher. It's physically more difficult to put a tube up a guy's rear end and look in it while you're cleaning his teeth.
Really now?
Yes, but if
it's
you
not
if you
a problem
think about
that
it.
you've described
Think
to
about
put a finger in.
Think about it.
You know,
seriously.
Your idea sucks,
well, you
and
know
that's
something.
the way it
that's
is.
Fine. Go ahead,
has
keep
nothing
spending
to
money.
do with race.
No,
I happen to be a white female, and I would not have voted for you either.
No, they gave it to a black guy because
so
you know what?
A spiral staircase sure sounds like a heck of a lot better deal.
It was a spiral, actually something I've never seen before. It's a spiral escalator.
Okay,
and
there you go.
Yeah, so what is that? Why is that a good idea?
Well, first of all the space that escalators take up in department stores, and
so you sit here and talk about a spiral escalator while I'm talking about a revolution.
Mr. Hendrie or Harvey?
My name's Mr. Sadler.
I'm Mr. Hendrie.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Harvey.
I would really appreciate if you wouldn't have guests like this on your show. I would prefer to listen to your show without people like this.
Are you the program director all of a sudden?
It doesn't matter if I'm the program director
you're gonna call the shots all of a sudden? Get her calling the shots. Look at you calling the shots all of a sudden.
It doesn't matter if I'm calling the shots. I happen to be giving my opinion.
Well, she's entitled to her opinion.
And you're taking it, huh? So in other words, I got a great idea. She let some black guy win the award because of racial affirmative action. And
it has nothing to do with affirmative action.
It
happens to be that your idea sucks.
Well, you haven't told me why, though. You tell me I'm supposed to give a guy a colonoscopy. How am I going to put a tube up a guy's rear end and at the same time pull his wisdom teeth out? It can't do it.
Well, you seem to have figured everything else out.
When it comes to examining women,
you
I happen
to have figured everything else
I guess you're
out.
going to think
sure
this is
you
egotistical.
Possibly figure that one out.
I guess you think this is egotistical. I happen to know a little something about women. Okay?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I happen to be a bad...
You know,
look at them laughing
Sadler,
at me.
I certainly hope that you lose all clientele if you've ever even had any to begin with.
I happen to know a little something about women.
And I'm not even going to dignify the rest of this conversation with your abrasive and rudeness.
Ma'am, I'm not rude. You're the one that called me a moron.
Thanks, Mr. Hendrie. Please get better guests.
Look, if you put your wide rear end in our seat, put those legs in one of our fur-lined stirrups, and she hung up, I guess, huh?
Yes, she hung up, and I don't blame her, and I think you were insulting to the woman, although maybe she was out of line with some of those comments. And this stuff about putting a tube up a guy's rear end...
You can't do that and clean his teeth. That's what I'm trying to say. But you can give a woman the gynecological exam as well as pull her wisdom teeth, extract all of her molars, pull her front teeth, do bridge work. You can do it all. And make money.
Man, it sounds difficult.
Sure, it's difficult. All great things are difficult, but this is a great ideal.
Do you need to get a drink of water or something, man? Because it sounds like you're choking on your own spit. Anyway, here's Monterey on the Phil Hendrie Show. Hello.
Yes. First of all, I cannot believe that you even have a license or that you're practicing, okay? And I'm going to make sure, along with a lot of other people, that you are definitely reported to the Medical Board of California, the Central Complaint Unit. And the reason,
because I'm trying to save people money.
You're extremely unprofessional. Your wording totally smacks of molestation.
How?
And pervertedness.
I want specifics.
Well, like you saying, having the woman under while you feel her breast, no examining the breast. No, how can you possibly compare?
Misspoke.
How can you compare an abortion? How can you possibly compare that with an eyeball being sucked out of a skull?
No, I'm saying that the tube that we use is powerful
but
enough.
Don't you think that a woman's body is her temple, and that there's a huge difference between having a dental surgery or whatever done, as opposed to having her insides? Okay, this is completely two different things. That's like getting married while you're playing soccer. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe some people have done that. Some people have gotten married on polo ponies. I know where you're at.
You know it. So do a lot of other people.
Don't
I'm surprised that Bellevue or the damn police aren't in there right now carting your ass off.
Ma'am, you don't understand. Oh, yeah, she hung up. God, I hate you.
Well, she said what she meant to say, and she was very well spoken. And I think a couple of points need to be brought up here. She was talking about your wording, the verbiage, feel the breast as opposed to exam.
I split hairs. You say potato, I say potato. What we're talking about is saving women's lives. We're about saving lives. And we're trying to do it the best way we know how, and that's by getting them in a chair, cleaning their teeth, and taking a good long look there at the, the Royal American. That's all I'm talking about. But
what do you mean the Royal American?
Well, the area there.
1-800-449-8686. Here is Royal Palm Beach on the Phil Hendrie Show.
So, look, if I ever got that bitch in my chair, she'd be sore in more than one place, okay?
Hello?
So,
yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Mr. Henry.
Yes.
I'm a black woman, and I want to know where the racism came into this. I mean, I want to see where the reverse racism is.
Okay, they gave the award to a black guy who came up with some spiral stairs. They gave the award to a black guy.
Yeah, I know, but the black guy had a better idea than you did.
Oh, in your opinion. But I'm telling you that
Okay, who says your idea is better than his?
Think about it. You can get your teeth cleaned and have a gynecological exam at the same time. By the way,
as somebody that's unqualified.
Is this Scary Spice?
No, it's not Scary Spice.
I've always been a fan. And
Well, you come on.
I don't believe that you're real.
No, I know it is downtown Julie Brown. Look, you come into my office,
think that
Julie.
you're a real person.
Ma'am, I have a business in Reseda, and I'm trying desperately to keep it
floating.
Where
is Reseda, by the way? Whereabouts?
Is Reseda? Well,
what state is Reseda in?
What state, dear?
Yeah.
The state of California.
Oh, okay. It's got to be California because I tell you what, it's the only place.
Oh, I get it. We're all nutcases.
Like
yeah, we're all nutcases out here. Is that it?
Well,
that's
not
a
all
fine.
Of you,
how
but
do you
Jesus,
do?
when I hear something like this, I've got to believe that there are more than
absolutely
a couple nutcases out there.
You
can honestly, in your right mind,
all I
say
said was
on national radio that you really believe that this would work.
Yes, I'm saying it. Look, I tell you what. Where are you?
It doesn't matter where I am.
Come on in.
It doesn't matter where I am. I could be in Timbuktu. It wouldn't matter.
Look, I tell you what I'll do is I'll clean your teeth. I'll throw in dental X-rays, give you a good little breast feed. What do you call a breast field?
Breast exam.
There's another thing as well.
Breast exam.
Touching women's because you have fantasies about it.
No.
Let me tell you something. If there's anyone out there in the medical field that any one of our to this doctor, I'm asking you to. I don't know what the association is.
We didn't hear that.
Association is, but somebody to let this.
Okay,
whoever is in
whatever
charge
it
of
is
these
that you want, we can't do because we didn't hear you. Whatever it is you want, we can't do because your car phone's so crappy, we didn't hear it. Okay, Phil, I'm done.
I wanted to hear what Are you there, ma'am? No, she
hung up.
She didn't hang up. Her car phone cut out. You know what? You're probably going.
Cut out. I can hear everything you say.
There you are. You're right there. See?
Oh well, as I was saying, you're a very nice lady, and I think you're great.
I am, and you don't know whether I'm nice or not.
Yeah.
And I know by listening to the things that they say and the snide comments that you make about women, and
what?
you're generalizing women. You're being demoralizing toward women. You are. In fact, you are demoralizing our human race.
Ma'am, I have been married 4 times to some of the...
Exactly. It figures.
What does that mean exactly? I have loved
that you've been married 4 times because obviously every woman that you're with doesn't want to be with you because you're not a nice person.
I'm not a nice
you're
person.
You're a horrible, horrible man.
All I'm asking to do...
to be a doctor.
All I'm asking to do is get a little feel going along with the extraction.
Exactly. That's what you're asking. You know what?
You're a great example of girl power, I'll tell you that.
I'm here. I can't hear. I can't believe it.
Was on the phone before me.
You're a great example of female power.
Yes, ma'am.
She was right in what she said. You don't need to have people like this on your radio show. It's demoralizing and it's upsetting to women.
So what are you going to do, Hendrie? You going to take this broad's advice? You're going to keep...
All right, I'm hanging up on you.
Oh, what a chick. What a chicken.
Okay, I hung up on him, ma'am.
Thank you. This is ridiculous. You can't do this to people. I don't want to hear something like this when I'm driving down the street. I was shaking in my shoes when I heard this man say these things.
I'm sorry.
It's awful.
I'm sorry.
And to say it's not a joke, it must. I thought I was listening to the Howard Stern show.
Well, I was trying to be informative, I guess.
This is not informing women of anything.
I know.
In fact, not just women, but people in general. I just drove home and my husband is asking me, what's wrong? I said to him, I've got to talk to this person on the phone because he's nuts.
I'm sorry. I blew it. I don't know. It's been rough lately for me, so.
Anyway, goodbye.
Goodbye. I'm sorry, You there? It's just been a little tough for me lately. I'm having a hard time booking guests. I don't know what it is. Okay. I guess maybe for the next 15 minutes, Craig, could you get those scissors away from me? Because that'd be kind of tough. 1-800-449-8686, The Phil Hendrie Show.
Previously on the Phil Hendrie Show.
You be the judge. Would you call this torture?
Yes. Yes, I would call it torture.
I don't know. You call that torture? Because to me, that it's...
Would you please stop doing that to that man?
I'm not doing anything that Warren isn't totally familiar with as a former homosexual who wants desperately to be a straight man. And
I just don't want you to do that if you're going to demonstrate that.
I asked the lady, does she call that torture?
No, it is torture, okay. You know what?
Quit it!
It wasn't hooked up to him.
Stop doing that to him.
It wasn't hooked up to me. I'm just kidding.
All right, if you guys are running some game on me, man, I don't find it funny, okay?
No, Mr. Hendrie, when he gets a shock, even though he is not aroused by a man, it reminds him of where he has been as a homosexual, and that has to be reinforced. And I don't know whether the lady's orientation is of the homosexual or if she's heterosexual. I don't care. That's fine. But
it doesn't matter what my orientation is. The fact is that you should not be doing that to him. You say that he voluntarily did it.
Are you saying specifically this?
Stop it.
Or are you saying something else? I don't know.
Would you stop doing that?
Boy, you guys are on a short lease today, aren't you, huh? Hey, Warren,
you are
perverted,
and that
we were just kidding.
Perverted.
I'm perverted, ma'am. I am a heterosexual. I have a wife and I have 3 children.
I feel sorry for your wife and your 3 children.
Well, ma'am, I make love to my wife as a Christian man, and I have heterosexual sex, and we never do anything that is even remotely considered to be of the homosexual. My wife, yes, ma'am. I never give it to my wife from behind. I've never, I don't know what
Phil Hendrie Flashback.
You see, moments like that and the preceding hour, that's why this show will achieve world domination. That's why this show is the next step, the evolution, if you will, in radio entertainment. And that's why all of the little lightweights out there who claim dominance over me, their day's coming. They know it. Anybody who badmouths Phil Hendrie knows his strength and knows his ultimate power as a radio talent. Yes, many great ones have gone before me. Enter now our show. Enter now not only our show, our style of entertainment. So enjoy it while it lasts, all of you guys out there with the comb over. Enjoy it while it lasts, honey. And remember, we're number 1, 2554 in afternoons, 4 to 7. Phil Hendrie Show, 1-800-449-8686.